here it is. Only we said that linear differential equations. Here it is. We are going to see the solution. So the complete solution. Complete solution. Complete solution of complete solution of linear differential equation. The complete solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficients. The complete solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Constant coefficients is y is equal to yc plus yp. So here it is, yc is nothing but simply we called as a complementary function, and yp is nothing but particular solution. Yp is nothing but particular integral, or we'll say that particular solution. Okay, so yc is nothing but complementary function and yp is nothing but particular integral. Okay, now so yc is complementary function. So this complementary function is nothing but, in other words, we can say that general solution. So what is meant by general solution? The order of the differential equation must be equal to the number of arbitrary constants. So this solution consisting of arbitrary constants, but in particular solution, it doesn't contain any arbitrary constant. So for every equation from this entire unit, you have to write finally only this one. Y is equal yc plus yp. So where yc is nothing but complementary function, this is none other than nothing but general solution. Okay, it means it obviously consisting of arbitrary constant. How much order you have, that much of arbitrary constants has to be there in that. And yp is nothing but particular integral, or simply say that particular solution, and it doesn't contain any arbitrary constants. Okay, now here it is. Until now what we solved, every problem we wrote it as dy by dx, and solvable for p means we gave just p. But here it is, we use the symbol notation as nothing but, that is operator d. So d is nothing but differential operator and all. So d is nothing but differential operator. So operator d. So this one we use in the problems. If they mention in the problem, that is okay. If they don't mention, first we'll write that one in operator form. So here it is, d is nothing but simply what we'll write, d by dx. This d we called as a differential operator. Keep in mind, and these operators again you will get it in NM, numerical methods in 2 people will get. There you use again differential operator. So differential operator dy is nothing but dy by dx. If suppose d square y is nothing but, we write it as d square y by dx square. And d cube y is nothing but d cube y by dx cube. Okay, like that. Based on the order you need to write here. Okay, so this is the operator we use in this unit. Okay, next, how to find general solution, or if it is a complementary function, how to find that one. So first we'll see that complementary functions, how to find that one, and next we'll see that particular integrals. So here it is, to find the general solution, to find the general solution, or in other words we can say that complementary function of f of d into y is equal to 0. F of d into y is equal to 0. It means that let the given differential equation, let the given linear differential equation of nth order, that is nothing but simply what we can write, d power n y by dx power n plus p1 into d power n minus 1 y by dx power n minus 1 plus p2 into d power n minus 2 y by dx power n minus 2 plus and so on, plus pny is equal q of x. So this is the given linear differential equation, right? So where P1, P2 and so on Pn are obviously constant coefficients. And now let it be taken as this equation 1. So suppose they give in the problem as in terms of like this, d by dx like that. First what you have to write, you need to write in a operator form. So equation 1 can be written in operator form. In operator form. So operator form is nothing but simply what we'll set d, right? So in place of this one, simply what we can write, d power n is the order, so d power n y plus d power n minus 1, of course p1 as this p1 y plus p2 into d power n minus 2 into y plus and so on plus p and y is equal q of x. So just what I wrote it in a differential operator notation in place of dy by dx as capital D. And now if you observe that in each and every term y is the common one, right? So take that y as common one, and then what about remaining p1 d power n minus 1 plus p2 d power n minus 2 plus and so on plus pn after taking y as common one. So this is equal q of x. And now we are giving the name for this one as simply we are taking as f of t into y is equal q of x. F of d into y is equal q of x. Let it be taken as 2, where f of d is nothing but a polynomial. So this is the polynomial. F of d is equal d power n plus p1 d power n minus 1 plus p2 d power n minus 2 plus and so on plus pn. So this is nothing but f of d, which is a polynomial of degree n. Okay. Now first we need to find the general solution or particular solution for only by taking this one. So for that simply we use here auxiliary equation. Of course, in some of the authors they never use auxiliary equation, also directly they find the roots. Okay. So but generally we are finding auxiliary equation. So what is meant by auxiliary equation? The algebraic equation f of m is equal to 0. So it means simply in place of d what we can substitute, that is in place of d as m power n plus p1 into m power n minus 1 plus p2 into m power n minus 2 plus and so on plus pn is equal to 0. So this is the auxiliary equation is called the auxiliary equation of the auxiliary equation of f of d into y is equal to 0. So this is simply we call as a auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation is nothing but what? F of m is equal to 0. In place of m, we have to substitute in place of d as m. Okay. So here it is same as this simply. After getting the auxiliary equation, you need to find the roots. If it is having nth degree, nth order is nothing but n roots you will get. If it is a quadratic one, 2 roots. Cubic one, 3 roots. Like that, you need to find that one. Then we'll get a complementary function. So here it is simply you can write, since the auxiliary equation f of m is equal to 0 is a polynomial equation of degree n. Polynomial equation of degree n. Then if it is degree n means obviously how many roots we'll get? It will have n roots, right? It will have n roots. Those n roots may be real roots or complex roots. So based on that roots, we have to find the complementary function. For that, we have the formulas. Okay. If it is a real and distinct roots, then how to write the complementary function or general solution. If it is a complex one, okay, if it is a irrational one, then how to write that one. So those are the formulas. This is the first part of every problem till the end of this unit. Okay, so till the end of this unit, first we need to find complementary function for every problem. Okay, so only the thing is, first we need to write from the given equation as the polynomial notation or operator form. Or writing operator form, you need to identify f of d, and next you need to write the auxiliary equation. After writing the auxiliary equation, we have to find the roots. Based on that roots, we have to write the complementary function. So here finding the roots are very important. Also you can use that one, cubic root or square root. But the thing is, you need to remember that based on the degree, those many of roots you need to get. If it is a quadratic one, two roots you need to get. Either it may be real or distinct, real or complex. If it is a complex one, sir, degree 3, 3 roots. Degree 4, 4 roots. Like that, you need to find the roots here. After finding the roots, you need to write the solution. Okay, so how to write that one? So based on the roots, we said no. So how to write that one? So write it in a table notation, that is, suppose first, so here it is, serial number, and next roots of auxiliary equation, roots of auxiliary equation f of m is equal to 0. And next, how to write complementary function or simply general solution. Okay, so based on this, so you need to first one, suppose m1, m2, m3 and so on, all roots are real and distinct, real and distinct. So after finding the roots, suppose we got it as real as well as distinct. It means then in that case, how to write that one? C1 e power m1x plus C2 e power m2x plus C3 e power m3x plus and so on. So like this you need to write. It means suppose after finding the roots, if people got it as 1, 2, 3. Then what about the complementary function is nothing but simply what you have to write, C1 e power 1x, that is nothing but x, and C2 e power 2x plus C3 e power 3x. Like this you need to write. Okay, the roots must be real roots as well as distinct roots. Distinct is nothing but different roots. 1 is different, 2 is different, and 3 is different. So this is the formula we have to write if the roots are real and distinct. And next, second one. Suppose two roots are real. Two roots are real and equal, and remaining are and rest are different. And rest are different. Then how to write the complementary function? What they said here, two roots are real and equal. So in that case, how to write this one? Y is equal C1 plus C2x into e power mx plus, and remaining are distinct. Distinct in the sense, simply we can write C3 e power m2x plus C4 e power m3x plus and so on. So let us see one example. Suppose I got the roots like this, 2, 2 and 3, 4. Then what about the complementary function? So what we can write here? So two roots are equal, right? So C1 plus C2x into e power 2x. C1 plus C2x into e power 2x plus C3 e power 3x plus C4 e power 4x. Like this you need to write. Okay. If two roots are real and equal, okay. So only two roots, not two number. Don't confuse. Okay. Suppose, don't confuse. Suppose here it is having 3, 4. 3, 4 and 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. These are different, no? So then 3, 3. Okay. So 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the roots we got it. It means simply what we have to write, C1 plus C2x into e power 3x plus here it is having 4 and here it is having 5, and next to another one also you'll get e power 6x. Clear about it? So next, two roots are known. Next, suppose three roots are equal. Then how to write the form? Suppose three roots are equal. Three roots are equal. Three roots are equal and rest are different. and rest are different, and rest are different, are distinct. Then how to write this one? Yc is equal c1 plus c2x plus, it will increase c3x square into e power mx plus remaining as c4 e power m2x plus c5 e power m3x plus and so on, like this one. So if three roots are equal, suppose we got it as here it is saying the roots are 4, not only plus minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 and 5 1 3, like this we got. Then what about the complementary function? C1 plus C2x plus C3x square into, so 3 times repeated, so e power minus 4x plus remaining are distinct, that is nothing but C4 e power 5x plus C5 e power x plus C6 e power 3x, like this you need to write. Got it? Real and distinct, complete different. If suppose 2 equal and remaining are distinct, suppose 3 equal and remaining distinct, suppose 4 equal, in the sense what we'll get c4x cube and e power whatever is the equating term. Okay, so like this you need to write. If suppose the roots are all are real, suppose if people go ahead as complex one, suppose the roots are complex roots. Complex is nothing but which is of the form, the roots are complex, that is nothing but alpha plus or minus I beta or a plus or minus I. In that case, how to write this one? Y is equal to e power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. So this is the one. Okay, e power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Suppose these roots are repeated, suppose alpha plus or minus I beta 2 times, so this is not possible, we never get it, even though you have to know that. So e power alpha x into c1 plus c2 x into cos beta x plus c3 plus c4 x into sin beta x, like this you need to write. If it is a repeated complex roots, okay, if it happens, okay, then in that case you need to write. If suppose 3 times, in the sense it may increase like this. Okay, so these are complex one. Next, if suppose the roots are real and irrational, a pair of real irrational roots, that is nothing but alpha plus or minus root beta, right? So it means without having imaginary part, simply if you are getting like this, in that case how to write? So don't confuse for complex and irrational. So y is equal e power alpha x into c1 cos h root beta x plus c2 sin h root beta x, sin h root beta x.